Alright, Shalom, Yashala.
Shalom.
Back with another GMS on the go. I'm Brother Nakam.
Brother Naquan.
And this is the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before we go any further, we'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible and rule well. And a double shalom to all the sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of your ability. And me and the brother was able to get up today, and we're just going to go into a lesson on how it's time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans to wake up out of that sleep that you're in. You see, because prophecies, they're speaking. You see, prophecies are coming to pass day by day. So it's time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans to wake the hell up. So without further ado, we're going to dive right into it. Grab our first precept.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And it reads, knowing the time.
Right, and that knowing the time. You see, knowing the time that you're living in, knowing what's going on around you. You see, knowing that martial law, race riots, the FEMA camps with the guillotine inside of it to chop your head off. You see, knowing that these pestilence, which are these diseases, you see, knowing that these race riots, kind of race riots, ultimately, you know, the end all be it all, 200 ICBM missiles, you know, coming to destroy America. You see, and so forth on, knowing the time that you're living in, knowing what's going on around you.
Right.
Read on.
And it reads that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Right, it's high time. You see, for you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans to wake up out of that sleep that you're in.
Right.
You see, it ain't talking about waking up out of a physical sleep, like you being knocked on your bed, slobbering and drooling all over the place. You see, snoring, getting that good sleep. It's talking about waking up out of that spiritual sleep. Yeah. You see, coming back to serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see, doing the right thing according to the scriptures. Right. You keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of the Bible to the best of your ability. You see, not following the ways of this place America. It's high time for you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans to wake out of sleep. Start calling yourself Black, African American. Right. You see, all these different Bible words and proverbs, and come back to being the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible.
Right. Calling yourselves Latinos, Native Americans, from these different tribes. You know what I'm saying? Indian tribes. You know, that's not who you are, man. You are the biblical Hebrew Israelites. You are the son of the Most High, man.
That's right.
We're royalty, man. That's who you are. And it reads on, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Right,
and that's why you so-called Negroes, Latino, and the Americans need to wake up.
Right.
Because our salvation, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is nearer than when we first believed. You see, because when we woke up to this truth, we knew that salvation was on the way. But how much more now that we're in the truth? Salvation is nearer than when we first believed. You see, salvation is closer than ever. Again, prophecies are speaking. You see, prophecies are rolling. That's how we know the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is near. That's how we know they're on their way back. You see, so it's time for you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans to wake up from this place called America. You see, from being asleep, from following the ways of this place. Because the longer you stay in this place called America and do the things that this place promote, is the longer you're gonna stay asleep. Bring me that Ephesians 5. I think it's 14. 5 and 14.
Ephesians.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Matter of fact, get the Habakkuk.
Habakkuk 2, right?
Yeah.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. No, Habakkuk chapter 2.
Talking about verse 3?
Verse 3.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
You good.
And it reads on, Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right, the vision, which are the prophecies. The prophecies, they're set for an appointed time. You see, they're set for a specific date for everything to pop off.
Right.
You see, for everything to go down. Read on.
And it reads on, but at the end it shall speak.
Right. You read on.
And not lie.
Right, and here we are. We're at the end. You see, in these prophecies, everything that's written inside this Bible, you see, they're speaking and they're not lying. You see, because these prophecies are showing themselves to be true. Everything is being manifest. Everything is being made known. Here it is. You got the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, being made known more and more. Race riots. You see, a famine of food and thirst. Look over there in Venezuela. You see, on these FEMA camps popping up, everything is being manifest. You see, according to the scriptures, huh?
That's these yellow vest riots.
The yellow vest riots. You see, the famine of the word. You see, everything is being made known. These prophets are speaking and they're not lying because this word is true.
That's right. Though it tarry, wait for it.
Right. Though it seems like these prophecies are tarrying, taking a long time,
right,
which they really aren't,
right,
because they're coming to pass. What are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be waiting for these. You're supposed to be waiting for these prophecies to come to pass.
Right.
Meaning what? Keep doing what you're doing. You see, keep doing your 3 videos a week as ordered. You see, if not more. Keep going out to the highways and byways week in and week out, or whatever day you go out there and preach the word. You see, keep being brotherly to the brothers. You see, keep doing the commandments of the Bible to the best of your ability. You see, because while you waiting for these prophecies to come to pass, you see, even though they're tarrying, you see that's showing your faith.
Right. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right, because these prophecies are going to come, and when they come, you see, when they start coming to pass, they're not going to tarry. You see why? Because these prophets are going to be rolling one after another, one after another, one after another. You see, so these prophets are going to come and they're not going to tarry. You see, so that's why you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans need to wake up out of your sleep that you're in.
What Ephesians that you want?
5 and 14.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 14.
What it say?
And it reads, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest.
Right, you talking to you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans. You need to awake, you see, from your sleep. And again, it ain't talking about, waking up from a physical sleep. It's talking about waking up out of that spiritual sleep, from falling the ways of this wicked, sinful kingdom called America. Read on.
And it reads, and arise from the dead.
Proverbs 21 and 16.
Gone.
Right, and you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans, you're supposed to arise from the dead. You see, it ain't talking about rising from the dead like the grave. You see, because you got bugged out niggas out here think that's talking about rising from the grave. So we gonna get what it's talking about when you about you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans arising from the dead.
This is the book of Proverbs 21 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right, so the man, it's talking about the Israelite man.
Yep.
You see, the ones of you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans who wander out of the way of understanding, which is this truth. You see, following the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah, the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible that was given to you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans. The ones of y'all who wander out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right.
You see, and what's the congregation of the dead? These heathen nations.
Right.
You see, anybody outside of the nation of Israel.
Right.
That go for Esau, the so-called white man.
Yep.
Moab and Ammon, so-called Chinese and Japanese. Ham, the so-called Dudian Africans.
Japheth.
Ishmael, so-called musty Arab. What you say?
Japheth.
Japheth. You see, in Elon, the so-called Indians. You see, the people that I'm naming, these are the congregation of the dead. You see that you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans need to awake from following their ways.
And Japheth is the so-called Hawaiians, Samoans, Polynesians. That's who the Japhites are, and they're the heathens too, man. Don't be following the ways of them too. Spit fire out your mouth and stuff like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way of the heathens, man.
Yeah, you so-called Negro Latin Americans, you need to awake from the dead from following the ways of these nations. You see, because following the ways of the nations, their ways is gonna lead you to death, getting put to death.
That's right.
You see, you need to come back to your ways. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible, because your ways is what leads to life.
I got a precept for you.
Bring it on out.
This is the book of Proverbs 3 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto their own understanding.
Right, so you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans, you're supposed to trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah with all your heart. Coming from that Hebrew word allows means your mind.
Right.
You see, you're supposed to trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah with all your mind. You see, when it comes to these scriptures. You see, and you're not supposed to lean onto your own understanding on what you think is right.
Right.
You see, because 2/3 of people, you see, they lean onto their understanding on each and every day on what they think is right. And because they lean onto their understanding, they end up in a bad situation or in a bad case. You see, and that's why we're not supposed to lean onto understanding, but rather to trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah.
That's right. Back in Ephesians 5 and 14, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest,
mm-hmm.
and arise from the dead, and Yahweh shall give thee light.
Right, and arise from the dead, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah should give you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans light, meaning what? The truth, according to the scriptures.
Yep.
You see?
Let me see if I got one more.
That Amos. Amos. Micah 2:10. I mean.
Yep, I was just about to go there too. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10.
I feel like I passed Walmart too, so like
you did, and it reads on. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart.
Right, talking to you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans. You need to arise. Wake the hell up from this place called America. You see, wake up from eating shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. Wake up from marring your beards and making baldness upon your head. You see, wake up from committing adultery, sleep with the next man's wife, vice versa.
Right.
Wake up from following all manner of abomination, a wicked, filthy act.
Right.
You see, and when you wake up, you're supposed to do what? Depart from this place called America.
Right.
You see, meaning what? Cast this place behind you. Let it go.
Right.
Read on.
The ways and the philosophies and the ways of the doctrines of America, man.
That's right.
They following, celebrating holidays, these traditions of men. You're supposed to put those away, man. You're supposed to serve Yahweh Shema Shai and be transformed in the renewing of your mind, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And you Confucian faces. And it reads, for this is not your rest.
Right, America's not you so-called Negroes, Latino Native Americans rest.
Right.
You see, because as a people, we didn't come over here to America, you see, to be all we can be and try to make it here.
Right.
You see, we came to America on cargo slave ships as slaves, as captives, you see, to serve out our punishment until Yahweh Shema Shah says otherwise.
That's right.
You see, so America is not our rest. But here it is, 2019, you got 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you see, who's making America their rest. When this is not our rest.
Right. Because it is polluted.
Right, this place in America is polluted. You see, with the chemtrails that's being spraying out, with these chemtrails being sprayed out of these planes in the sky that Esau spraying.
Right.
The fluoride water, the GMO foods. You see the bloodshed of the so-called Negroes, Latino, and the Americans in this land.
Yep.
You see, onto the trees being cut down.
Yep.
You see, the list goes on and on, all the way down to the philosophies, the traditions. You see, and so forth on. This place is polluted. It's defiled.
Right. It shall destroy you.
Right. Read on.
Even with the sword destruction.
Right, and this place has destroyed our people. Salakia, Israel. This place has destroyed 2/3 of our people. And it doesn't take a record sign to see it. You see, because our people are into all manner of wickedness.
Yeah.
You see, it said what? It should destroy you even with the sword destruction.
Yep.
You see, because when America go down, about 200 ICBM missiles and the chariots, so it's the word and they call UFOs, with the laser beam coming down from the bottom of it, 2/3 of the nation of Israel can go down with this place.
Right.
You see, because they let this place America destroy them.
Right. Con, that was it.
Con. So, with that, I hope you've been edified. It's been another GMS on the go. This is the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before we go any further, we'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakar Kodash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible and who rule well. And a double shalom to all the sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best ability. You see, so just remember, you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans, if you listening, if you watching this video, take heed. You see, wake the hell up from this place called America, because these prophecies are speaking and they rolling, and you don't want to get caught up in that wrath, that judgment that Yahweh Shema Shah is about to bring upon the earth.
Right.
So with that, till next time, we say shalom.
Shalom, Akim.